you're a god power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. In this next video example, I will demonstrate the effects of holding a hot dog over an open candle flame for 10 minutes to simulate the experience of the woman in the example above. Video example, hot dog and candle flame for 10 minutes. What is this video about? This is a demonstration video of what kind of damage would normally occur to a person who held their finger in an open candle flame for 10 minutes. Of course, this is a demonstration that is being performed in a different reality than that experienced by the woman in the example above. Let's look at this illustration. Okay, normal reality. You have the physical meaning. Hot dogs are made of flesh. Then you have the physical meaning. Fire burns flesh. Then you have the physical meaning. Hot dog in flame for 10 minutes. Equals physical meaning result, hot dog severely burned. What does this example show and what does it mean? This video example demonstrates that the only way that she could have survived her own experience is if she was operating in her own different reality that bent the laws of physics in order to keep her from harm. The temperature at the outer edge of a candle flame is around 1400 degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit is nearly twice that reading. Let's say 2800 degrees Fahrenheit, just to use round numbers. Furthermore, human flesh requires an extended exposure to 1400 degrees Fahrenheit in order to ignite. When I say ignite, I mean catch on fire and start burning. It would only take a couple of hundred degrees to blister up the skin and get a third-degree burn. That means that the temperature of the candle flame was nearly twice as hot as it needed to be to burn human flesh. Her hand was in the flame of the candle for 10 minutes. Her fingers should have looked like the hot dog in the video demonstration above, but they were not. This is clear evidence that she existed in a different reality, at least while she was in trance. There are so many credible stories of people who can't be harmed in various ways, and yet we hardly ever hear of them. That is because if it doesn't match your reality, you wouldn't be eliciting their stories into your experience. And since most people have normal, limited realities, most people would never hear of these stories. You are not normal. Thank God for that. If you were, you wouldn't be reading this book. On September 7th, 1871, the New York Herald reported that Nathan Cocker, an elderly blacksmith living in Easton, Maryland, could handle red-hot metal without being harmed. In the presence of a committee that included several doctors, he heated an iron shovel until it was incandescent, and then held it against the soles of his feet until it was cool. He also licked the edge of a red-hot shovel and poured melted lead shot in his mouth and allowed it to run over his teeth and gums until it solidified. After each of these feats, doctors examined him and found no trace of injury. None. Okay. That is pretty amazing. Let's look at this illustration here. Normal reality. Physical meaning. Mouth is made of flesh. Okay? That's physical meaning. Physical meaning, 620 degrees Fahrenheit burns human flesh. Okay? That's a physical meaning. And you have a physical meaning, molten lead at 620 degrees Fahrenheit in the mouth. The physical meaning result? Mouth is severely burned and deformed. If you have 621 degrees of hot molten metal in your mouth, you're going to get severely burned. It will probably burn right through your jaw. Your tongue would be cooked like a hot dog. That's the normal reality. Okay, however, let's look at the God power enforced by his own beliefs. This guy wasn't in trance. It wasn't a temporary reality. It wasn't a conditional reality. It's just something he knew about himself and was able to do. Here you have the physical meaning, mouth is made of flesh. His mouth was made of flesh. Then you have the thought meaning. 621 degrees Fahrenheit does not burn human flesh. It doesn't burn him. That's his meaning. This is something he knows. He knows this to be a fact. You have the physical meaning, you have molten lead, 621 degrees Fahrenheit in his mouth, and the physical result, mouth completely unharmed. Here it says, the ability has been elicited and activated in his own life experience. Here it says, the green tuning fork vibrations are high-frequency meanings, and they resonate and elicit all things that will match them. The red tuning fork vibrations are low-frequency meanings and resonate with all things that will match them. Here he's got the green tuning fork vibration, which says, I can do this. It doesn't harm me. I can't be harmed in this way. It doesn't burn me. So he puts the hot molten lead in his mouth, puts the red hot shovel on his feet, bottom of his feet, right in front of doctors. They examine him. Nothing. That defies the quote-unquote laws of physics. That's impossible. And yet, it happens. Why? Because meaning is everything. In his mind, he can't be harmed that way. So hot things don't burn him. Maybe they tickle him. Maybe it's just fun. But for him, they don't have the meaning of harm or danger. They have the meaning of a circus act. That's all.
To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, chapter number 10, segment number 21. Let your quest for knowing continue.